There are beliefs people never say out loud. They carry them the way ancient cities carried walls, for protection, for identity, for defense. Some of those beliefs feel like facts. Some feel like survival. And one of them has been shaping the way you measure your life. Tonight, there are 5 truths and 1 lie. Listen carefully. Comparison feels rational. It feels intelligent. It feels like data. They are married. They are successful. They have direction. They seem certain. But certainty is often a performance rehearsed in private fear. The human mind edits what it sees. It highlights milestones and deletes breakdowns. It turns curated fragments into full biographies. It forgets that no one posts their nights of doubt, their conversations with ceilings, their quiet negotiations with regret. You compare your behind the scenes to someone else's final draft, and then you call that honesty. But the mind is not honest. It is protective. It searches for evidence that confirms its suspicion. I am late. I am delayed. I am missing something. That suspicion feels like clarity. It is not clarity. It is insecurity dressed as logic. And insecurity has a very persuasive voice. But even if comparison were removed, even if every mirror went dark, there would still be something unsettled inside you. Because the anxiety is not only about others, it is about time, about the quiet suspicion that life is moving forward, and you are somehow standing still. Chronology belongs to calendars. Growth does not. You can spend 5 years appearing stagnant while something invisible is restructuring your interior world. You can look inactive on the outside while your values are shifting. Your attachments are dissolving. Your identity is being rebuilt without applause. The soul does not evolve in straight lines. It moves like seasons, quiet winters, confusing transitions, sudden bloom. There are years that look unproductive, but are sacred groundwork. Years where nothing seems to happen, yet everything changes. History shows it repeatedly. Wilderness before arrival, silence before calling, obscurity before clarity. But we worship timelines more than transformation. So when your progress does not resemble someone else's highlight reel, you assume malfunction. You call sacred delay a personal defect. And when delay feels personal, the mind begins rewriting history. It revisits old doors, old conversations, old almosts. It asks dangerous questions. What if I should have been further by now? What if I wasted something? And so we arrive at the next truth, the one the ego resists the most. There are doors you wish had opened earlier, relationships you wish had worked sooner, opportunities you believe you were meant to have by now. But readiness is not desire. There is a version of you from 3 years ago who wanted things your current self would have mishandled. Not because you were incapable, but because you were still negotiating your identity through insecurity, approval, fear. Some foundations must crack quietly before new structures can hold weight. There is mercy in timing. Protection often feels like delay, and the mind resents what the spirit understands. Still, knowing this does not fully quiet the ache, because even if you accept timing, you still look around and see visible proof of other people's progress. Announcements, rings, titles, movement, and your own growth feels intangible, which leads to a truth we rarely honor. The world measures income, status, marriage, movement, public milestones. But there are transformations that never trend, learning to sit with discomfort without escaping it, choosing silence instead of reaction, breaking patterns inherited from people who never healed, walking away from what once defined you. These are invisible revolutions, and invisible revolutions rarely receive applause. So you mislabel them as stagnation. You forget that maturity is not loud. It does not announce itself. It settles quietly into your posture, your boundaries, your patience. And one day, you realize you respond differently. Not because you are behind, but because you are becoming. Becoming is subtle, and subtle things are easily dismissed. In a culture that worships spectacle, so the pressure builds. Not always from within, but from the atmosphere you breathe in every day. An atmosphere filled with deadlines that were never personally assigned to you. And that pressure deserves examination. Ask yourself this gently. Who decided the timeline you are grieving? Was it divine conviction or social rhythm? Deadlines are cultural. Calling is personal. There is a subtle violence in absorbing expectations that were never authored for you. Expectations about when to marry, when to succeed, when to settle, when to arrive. The anxiety you feel might not be intuition. It might be borrowed urgency. And borrowed urgency makes peaceful seasons feel like emergencies. You internalized a clock that was never synchronized with your design, and now you call yourself late. When urgency becomes internalized, it hardens into identity. You stop saying, "I feel behind." You start saying, "I am behind." And repetition turns assumption into belief. So now, we name it clearly. The belief you have been carrying as if it were revelation. You are behind. Behind who? Behind a schedule that shifts every decade. Behind people whose internal struggles you cannot see. Behind a version of yourself that never existed. This lie survives because it feels humble. It feels self-aware. It feels motivating. But it quietly erodes gratitude. It distorts perspective. It makes progress invisible. You are not behind. You are in process. And process does not obey comparison. If time belongs to something greater than your anxiety, then delay is not condemnation. It is design. The seed underground looks late to the tree, but the soil knows better. So tonight, do not rush yourself into a future that is not yet stable enough to hold you. Let the soil do its quiet work. And if this message found you at the exact moment you needed it, stay a little longer. Let the music carry what words cannot. Return to this when the pressure gets loud. And if you walk this journey with us, subscribe. Not for noise, but for reminders like this, when your mind forgets what your spirit already knows.